Welcome back to the next edition of How to Milk a Chicken. And it's soup night. Is that a good thing, Reed?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We always love soup night. And soup night can be flexible, it can be easy. Today I'm going to use some chicken and that broth, a good bit of the broth that we made the other day. And I'm going to make a chicken vegetable soup. And it's going to come together pretty quickly. So this is definitely doable on a work night. So let's go through the ingredients. I've got you can use about 6 to 8 cups of your chicken broth. This is going to make way more than just food for 1 or 2 people. This is 1 or 2 people and a couple of meals off of that. So we're actually getting bonus meals here with this recipe. All right, back to the ingredients. In addition to your chicken broth, I like to add some crushed tomatoes or just some whole tomatoes. This is about 2 cups. You are going to need chicken because this is a chicken soup. This is about 2 cups of chicken. I've got a little bit of frozen corn, 1 onion, a few garlics, a potato, and the usual lineup of vegetables, some celery and some carrots. And I had a little bit of parsnip, so I'm throwing that in as well. But you don't have to use parsnips if you don't want to, or you don't have to use any of these specific ingredients. All right, as far as your herbs go, you are going to need some oregano. I'm going to use thyme, some rosemary, a bay leaf, a little tiny hint of cayenne pepper, your usual salt and pepper, and of course you're going to need some olive oil for sautéing. Now for this soup, I always like to add what I call a little sparkle at the end of my soup. And so at the very end of the cooking, right before serving, we're going to add just a little bit of fresh lemon juice in here. And that'll just give it a little tiny zip. And it'll be subtle, but it'll be really good. So I've got most of my things cut up, but I need to cut up my onion and my garlic and my potato. And you know what I say about potato peels. I'm going to chop this potato up. I'm going to leave the peeling on because that's where the nutrition is, but you can peel it if you want to. This is just a plain old russet potato. You can use any kind of potato that you have, or no potato at all. All right, so this pan is nice and hot, and I'm going to coat the bottom with some olive oil. The hard vegetables, the carrots and the celery and the parsnips. And I'm going to put in the onions and the garlic. I'm just going to saute these around for about 5 minutes or so. And then we'll begin to layer in our other ingredients. All right, this has been going for about 5 minutes. So now we're going to add some of our herbs and our spices. I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of the cayenne pepper in. I'm going to put in some rosemary. Like that. Thyme. And here comes the oregano. There we go. Stir this around just to get it mixed up. Now I'm going to add the broth in. So this again, you can do this with 6 cups of broth. I have about 7 cups right here. And you know what? I still have broth left over from the broth that we made with that one chicken. So this broth that I made is going to go for a couple of different meals at least. All right. In addition to the broth, I'm going to go ahead and put in the tomatoes now. Ooh, looks better already. And I'm going to add the chicken. Here are the potatoes. At this point, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Ooh, that's a little bit much, about like that. And pepper. Now you can always come back later and adjust the spices. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to turn down the heat and let it simmer for about 30 minutes until those potatoes are nice and ready. At that point, I'll add the corn in and the squeeze of lemon, and it'll be ready. So this really does not take too long. I forgot a bay leaf, didn't I? I always forget something. So I'm actually going to put a couple of bay leaves in this. They're small. Okay. All right, so this is going to come up to a boil, and then we'll simmer it on. It's going to be a lovely pot of soup. All right, so That was meal number 4 of how to milk a chicken. Looks like we are going to get 5 meals from one chicken and maybe even a little bit more. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.